I am not Macho Marge, in case you heard my son screaming that. Has everybody had a good week? Everyone? Yeah? Yeah, it hasn't been a long week for anyone? No? Oh, okay. Well, it's going to be a short set and a long night for my son. So maybe buy him a drink. He's over there. No, just kidding. Yeah, like you said, I'm Maggie Hyde, and most of you don't know me. I'm a single mom. Yeah. Yeah. You know, but I do surprisingly well on dating apps. And I think it's because my profile says that I don't want kids. And then they find out it's because I have 4. Yeah, I know 4 sounds like a lot, and it is, but I love being a mom. And you know what they say about having kids? It's a lot like making pancakes. First one's kind of fucked up. Probably should have thrown it away. It's okay to laugh at that joke. He won't cry. I promise he won't cry. But you know, I really think that having kids is a lot more like eating pancakes. You always regret having your 4th one. You know, none of my pancakes like this joke. I might have to retire it after tonight because recently my first pancake heard this joke, and honestly, she's so mad, you guys. She disinvited me from her wedding. And I was so sad. I was like, honey, you don't understand. You don't get redos of special days like weddings in your life. Unless you're me. And then we get a couple. That's right, you guys. I have been married twice. Woo, yeah. You can actually get worse at something. But it's not all my fault, you know. I mean, at the end of my last marriage, I was willing to do anything to try and save it. I learned to cook. I went to therapy. I even took a class on how to give a great blowjob. Yeah. It's not that I learned anything that technical. But I did learn that the secret to giving a great blowjob is pretending you like doing it. So I guess it was more of an acting class. Yeah. So I'm on the wrong side of 30 and 40. Yeah, but when you get to be my age, you learn a lot of things. Like I know the best pickup line for a woman over 40. Do you guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Let me see your ID. Yes, I didn't get carded tonight. What were they doing out there, you know? But you know what? That's how I ended up sleeping with 6 cashiers from Trader Joe's. I love a man in a Hawaiian shirt, don't you? I mean, it's kind of like Hawaii, get laid, you know? I don't know. I'm a little bit new agey. Anybody? You guys are all in Santa Monica. Someone admits you go to yoga, right? Someone's a little new agey, right? Yeah, I'm a little guilty. And every month, you know, I like make an inventory of all the things I want to forgive myself for. But you guys, this month, the list got so long, I just forgave myself for not finishing the list. Yeah, you know, but I'm new agey but practical. Like I have, you know, crystals for my anxiety, and I take Xanax. And like I got my house feng shuied in case it works, and I take Xanax. But when you're a little new agey and you're dating in this town, you are bound to hit a couple of snags. And by snags, I mean super new age guys. You know who this guy is at your yoga class, the guy with the man bun and the crystal bracelet and the Om tattoo, right? The best thing about dating these guys is borrowing their jewelry. I've heard they're fun to cry and masturbate with too. Do you think? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, did you guys know in the Chinese calendar that it's Year of the Cougar? Tiger. Did anyone catch that? Cougar, tiger? Come on, you guys. You haven't had that much to drink yet. It's early. Does anybody have a birthday recently? Anyone? Someone have a birthday? No one? Well, I have one coming up. I hope not soon. Oh, someone needs to order a drink. Can I help you? Please help them with their drink. It's okay. No, it's totally okay. I was just talking about that I have a birthday coming up sometime soon. Hopefully not too soon. But some people don't like their birthdays, right? It's because it makes them feel another year older. You know, not me. I'm still young. I'm still vibrant. I'm still dating 26-year-olds. That you can clap for. You know, it's quite a feat, right? But you know, it's hard dating younger guys because you know that inevitably there's an expiration date, you know, because they're bound to say something insensitive, do something stupid, get grounded. You know, but you know, like one of my friends was like, you know, isn't it bad because like you have to teach him so many things, like knows nothing. But the truth is we've taught each other a lot of things. Like he taught me what DTR means. Do you guys know? Define the relationship. I didn't know that one. And I've taught him that women can have commitment issues. It goes both ways. It goes both ways, you guys. But I kind of am a little worried that he's a little bit of a hipster or something, that I'm crossing over. You know, he's got me into vinyl and stuff. I feel like I'm just like one fedora away from getting a food truck. Or a goat farm. The goat farm might actually really happen. It's a little scary. My kids are not excited about that. Like I said, I'm a mom, and the pandemic made that harder, you know. I think it made everything harder, but like we used to sit down at the table and say grace, and now we just say fuck it. And, you know, my youngest, you know, she really craves structure and rules, and like she came up to me and she told me at the beginning of it that she wanted me to have a swear jar. And I was like, oh, I'll pay you $20 to shut the fuck up about the swear jar. And she was like, how about 80? And I was like, I have taught you some fucking things. And even with my 20-year-old son, I used to be like, when are you gonna stop smoking weed? And now I'm like, when are you gonna come home with weed? Yeah, and this actually, you know, really kind of paid off. Last Mother's Day, not the one we just had, he gave me a joint for Mother's Day, and he said, it is my dream to get high with you. And I was like, it is my dream to have abs. Keep dreaming. And then I went into the closet with the joint. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. But you know, it's a hard fine line, you know, as your kids get older. I mean, some kids, you know, like, you have to have those lines, right? Do I have any lines, Jackson? Not really. Yeah, well, you know, some kids you can't smoke weed with, some you can do mushrooms with him and his girlfriend. But you know, but I do have a line. I wouldn't do any with my 11-year-old, right? Yeah, no. But you know, one thing I think I did do pretty well, even though it was hard as a single mom, is talking to my kids about sex. You know, I was really open about it. Because, you know, it's your job as a mom to embarrass your kids, which I'm doing a really good job of right now, you guys. Give Jackson a round of applause. So, you know, when my sons were at the age that I was sure they were masturbating, which in case you were wondering is when they decide they love showers. Yeah. Yeah, I decided at that moment that was the time to take them to Rite Aid to buy condoms with me. And I did this for two reasons, you guys. Hear me out. One, because if you can buy condoms with your mom, you will never be embarrassed to buy them anytime, anywhere, anyplace. Number two, I needed condoms. You know what, guys, though, it worked. I don't have any grandchildren that I know of, you know? Yeah. Right, Jackson? Yeah, okay, good.
Grandchildren?
And, you know, and then when this same boy was in 11th grade, I walked in on him telling his younger brother that he should never go down on a girl. Yeah, and as a mom and a feminist, I was horrified. So I grabbed him by the shoulder and I sat him down in front of the computer and I showed him some YouTube videos on how to properly perform oral sex. Right, Jackson? But you know what? They probably shouldn't have been videos of me, you guys. But my heart was in the right place. Yeah. Poor Jackson. Poor Jackson. I'm so sorry. But you know what got me to this point about really being open about sex is when my oldest daughter was a teenager, I walked in on her having sex with her boyfriend. And on my bedroom floor, and I didn't even know she knew what sex was, and I was shocked. You guys, I was totally shocked. I didn't know she knew what sex was, let alone reverse cowgirl. I guess the apple does not fall far from the tree. Okay, roasting my son. Oh know. But you know what? It's hard when you have grown kids because sometimes it ends up feeling like you have like a role reversal going on. Like my son now, I mean, he's so responsible. He goes to bed early. He works 9 to 5. And I'm the one in the see-through shirt saying, please drive me to Coachella. Yeah, right, Jack? And they all think they want a cool mom until you become the cool mom. And then they're like, will you please stop hitting on my friends? Right, Pierce? Oh, gosh. I should change gears before my son cries and vows never to come to one of my shows again. Again, give him a round of applause, guys. What a good sport he is. But there was, you guys, one silver lining to the pandemic for me. I didn't have to lie to my youngest about why I didn't want to take her to Disneyland. Because if you're a parent in Southern California and you can afford it and you don't want to go, you're like the Grinch. Because it's like a spiritual journey for kids. That's why I used to tell her that the park was in Massachusetts. Yeah, I think she's getting a little old for that. But I think the real reason that I hate Disneyland is that the rides remind me of a map of all my failed relationships. Like the Splash Mountain ride, it reminds me of all my hookups. Never as wet as I thought I would be. And God, I wish there weren't any pictures. Oh, those pictures, right? And the Small World ride, it reminds me of divorce. You're in the dark, it takes forever, and at the end of the day, I'm just stuck with a bunch of singing children. I can still hear them, you guys. I can still hear them. It's a world of lawyers, a world of tears. It's a world of secrets and wasted years. There's so much that we share that it's time to beware. Why did I ask for full custody? Oh, thank you, you guys. You didn't know you were getting some impromptu karaoke. Thank you. That part of my set was sponsored by Knott's Berry Farm. Yeah, thank you. I kind of left out half of my Disney stuff, but that's okay. That's all right. How much time do I got left, you guys? How am I doing? How much time do I have left?
3 minutes.
Huh? 3? Oh, okay. That's awesome. Well, I'll leave you guys with this. There was one other silver lining to COVID for me. I had an excuse to give up on dating apps, because I didn't really want to worry about COVID and herpes at the same time. It's a little too much. Because I really hate dating apps. They turn people into the equivalent of fast food. They're not good for you, but they're hot and available right now. Like this one guy I dated. He was just like Chick-fil-A. Warm, delicious, but my gay friends were not having it. And this other guy, he was just like Subway, a foot long, but kind of weird with my kid. A lot of Jared fans out there, right? Yeah. And the last guy, he was truly a happy meal. He left a smile on my face, but the toy was the best part. Thank you guys very much. I'm Maggie